Hey, I was coaching the fight here on a Rapture rant. I've been working on a class for about 2 days now, and on the Rapture, but it's a little bit tough trying to explain the Rapture using the canonized books. So I may have to change direction a little bit. I don't know, and use a lot of the Third Testament stuff to do so. But I did want to talk a little bit about, what the Rapture is, because there's so many people posting so much stuff on there. And, I guess I want to put my little 2 cents in. So here's hopefully a little short video talking about the what, when, where, why, how, and who, and how much of the Rapture. All right. That's a little bit impromptu, guys. I don't have anything written down. I'm actually out, on this little cell phone, getting away from the computer for a little while, because it's getting a little bit frustrated. But let's talk about what the Rapture is. Now, first of all, the Rapture is a spiritual transformation. Let me say that again. It's a spiritual transformation. We'll all be changed from our current state of mind, which is kind of a Piscean or the age of deception, or materialistic, whatever you want to call it, where we are, into football and cell phones and, high dollar purses and cars and that kind of thing, and we don't care so much about scripture and laws and, and that kind of thing. Well, there's going to be a transformation that's going to be changed, where we are going to be focused on that, on that stuff. Now, the way the eschatology, which is the study of the Lord's plan, that's eschatology, it says that there are, in fact, three different raptures. So let's get into the when of it. There's 3. There is the pre-tribulation rapture, there is the mid-tribulation rapture, and the post-tribulation rapture. Now, there is a lot of confusion here, because nobody wants to be left behind. And so let me first of all say that everybody is going to be raptured. And I want to stop using that word rapture, because that's what's adding a lot of confusion to it. We are changed with the word that was replaced by rapture is changed, and we all are going to be changed into these spirit beings. That's what 1 Thessalonians 4 is telling us, is that even the people who have passed on, they're going to be changed as well. It says that they're going to be changed first. Okay, now, but back to us, the eschatology is that we all get changed in a moment at one time. And what the scripture seems to point to is some type of catastrophic event, like a bomb dropping, or some huge event that causes everybody on the planet to be raptured at the same time, everybody on the planet to be changed at the same time. Now, that is the post-tribulation change. That is the post-tribulation rapture. I guess I'm gonna have to use the word rapture, but that one comes after. Everybody is changed at one time, and it comes with a cataclysmic event, like a nuclear explosion, or a huge meteor hitting the planet, huge earthquake, something big gets everybody to change at the same time. If you look there in Revelations, it says that the heavens will be closed. There will be silence in heaven for a half hour. Well, it's after that that silence is broken that we are all changed at one time. Okay, so getting to the other groups, then you have the forerunners. These are the divine envoys. These are the Lord's plan, the reincarnation of the Elijah spirit, who will help us to get over the tribulation hump. Remember, they are changed, they are raptured in the 6th seal in preparation to be our guides to get us through the tribulation. But you also have the righteous few. Now, the righteous few, which is, where you guys probably fit in, since you're doing some type of search for, scripture, and you found, Hermes Academy, where we teach spirit and truth, then you very well could be in the righteous few, which could be raptured. You could be raptured already. You're just understanding that it is a spiritual change, not a material change. When you say, are you raptured, and you look around your house and you look around your family and you say, I'm still here, that means you still don't get it. It is a spiritual change. There is no way for you to know until you start searching your conscience, start praying about it, and, that kind of thing. Let's see, what else? We talked about what it is. It is a spiritual change. We're talking about the when it is. Nobody can know the day or the hour because it's going to take place inside of your being. Building now, we talked about who. Now, everybody's going to be changed at some point. Now, some people will be annihilated during the tribulation, but they will still be changed as well. You don't have to worry about that part. You know, even if they died in the tribulation, they will be. So they still will be with the Father in the spirit world, just not in the material world where the rest of us will be. All right, so at least that's where we hope to be. Let's see. Let me see. What, when, how will we be raptured? Now, remember the Messiah told us that he was going away to prepare a place. Now, what he went to, he says he's going away. He says in his Father's house there are many mansions. And what he was doing was preparing these spiritual mansions. Now, there was really no way for us to be spiritual beings. In the past, the scripture tells us that Moses, who was a spiritual being, was not really allowed to talk anything as far as spiritual stuff. Neither was Elijah, neither was any of the other beings. Like Noah would have been a spiritual being, but he never talked of anything spiritual to us. And even when the Messiah came, he only really hinted around. He never really told us, of the spiritual change or anything like that. It's one of the world's greatest mysteries. So what is actually taking place, remember in the book of Exodus where he built that tabernacle there, that very elaborate tabernacle with all of the altars and all of the gold and such. Well, that thing has now been built on our heart. It's been built in our conscience. It's been built there. So how are we raptured? The Lord built a tabernacle inside of our hearts. Remember, Revelation says, and the tabernacles of God will be with man. That's what it means. The tabernacle is now with us. Remember, the scripture says that the laws will be written on our heart. That's what it means. We are now spiritual beings. He lives inside of our conscience, and he has now wrote his commandments on our conscience, kind of thing. Remember that the scripture says that no one will have to tell you to love the Lord. Well, if he's loving you from the inside, what can anybody on the outside tell you? All of this stuff was pointing to the spirit world. How John went into the spirit world when he saw the revelations, how Daniel went into the spirit world. I don't know how people think we were supposed to skip this era where we wasn't all supposed to go into the spirit world, but the scripture kind of left that open for debate. But we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. Let me see. Who? We talked about the who. We talked about the how. We talked about the what. We talked about the when. I think we talked about the where. Who, what, when, where, how much. I think we got it all, guys. You're talking about the rapture. We're gonna go ahead and get this one posted up. Subscribe to our channel.